What's going on? This is Jada Black. I'm back with another video. Before I get started, just make sure that you like the Facebook page, follow me on Twitter as well as Instagram, and make sure that you liked and shared this video as well, because this video is going to be me revisiting a video that I did 2 years ago. Well, it wasn't 2. It probably may have been maybe a year and a half ago, 2015. Someone sent me a link to a video of someone speaking about goodbye to the good guy, the nice guy. And I took that concept and I made a video. And for those of you who came to my channel and saw my my channel profile, you may have seen the video as my channel trailer. And what was interesting was that the video had been on my channel for a while, and actually, I think it might have been the summer of last year, maybe the fall. I actually made that video my channel trailer, and at the time, the video only had maybe about 5,000 views. Now it has 19,000 views in less than a year. So that lets me know that I'm getting traffic to my channel and people are viewing the video, because I don't know if it automatically plays or not. I'm not sure. But it made me think, the concept of, saying goodbye to good men is a concept that men like myself have been following, as far as going in a different direction than the traditionalist mindset that men have had for over 100 years, 200 years maybe, that we should protect and provide for women, build for women, for our families, our children. But it just seems like everything has been turned on top of its head. That the government and society, especially the lamestream media, has been empowering women to not respect gender roles, to basically not follow the lead of their man, who is supposed to be the protector and the provider. And what I would say feminism did, it took advantage of that and said, listen, you shouldn't have to depend on him. Depend on yourself. We're going to give you these entitlements and we're going to make you feel special. We're going to give you every advantage to make it in society, so you don't need him, right? So the weak-minded women followed that. And you see that weak-mindedness has grown in women. Just look at the election. Just look at the media and their constant pandering to women. You can't say this about women. You can't say that about women. Women can be stars in action movies. They can direct action movies. It's as if they're pushing this narrative that we as men who have been told by society that, listen, you have to do for her. You have to do everything you can to protect and provide for her and your children. It's basically saying, now we don't need you to do that anymore. These women can do it themselves. But what people need to understand is that's not the case, because there are women who do have traditionalist values, who do come from 2-parent homes, who do respect men. They're looking at this in disgust because they don't want to be a part of feminism. They don't want to be a part of that mindset. Do it yourself, be single, be miserable. They don't want to be that. But they are getting lumped in with the women who have decided to be weak-minded and follow an ideology and a movement that is detrimental to femininity and detrimental to the family. Because you cannot have a strong society without a strong family. Men must lead. But I will tell women this: you have to choose men who want to be leaders. They have to want to be leaders. There are men who really don't want to be leaders. They're not leaders. They're mostly followers. They will follow before they lead. And we see a lot of that on YouTube. We see a lot of that on social media. I make a video about a male celebrity. Here come the brigade of beta males, followers, simps, coming to the aid of someone who would not say hi to them if they were walking past them down the street or in a store or wherever. But that is the mindset, and that's why women don't respect us, because we're following and we're attacking other people at the behest of someone who doesn't give a shit. Now, when it comes to good men, I believe there are a lot of decent men out there who are turning away from marriage. They're turning away from even dating. You know, they want nothing to do with it. You know, they want to be able to be free of all of the pressures and the BS that comes with dating the modern day female, because she's going to want control. She's going to argue and fight with you to gain control in that relationship. And if the children see that, they're not going to respect either one of you. And there are a lot of decent men, not saying they're perfect, but they're better than what these women have been choosing. They're saying, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with a woman who has this feminist ideology that is affecting me, that's affecting the people around us. You know, she doesn't have a lot of friends because of her attitude. She doesn't have a lot of friends because she's not a very personable person. She has a very masculine traits. The femininity just isn't there. You can't have a conversation with her. You can't speak to her without her yelling and arguing with you because she doesn't have any logic or common sense. She thinks everything is supposed to be handed to her. Men don't want to deal with that anymore. Even if they come from a good family, they still don't want to deal with it. You have men who will marry women just for having children with them because they come from a 2-parent household. They come from that type of community. They want that for their children. And what happens is that woman doesn't want that. She just wants financial security, but she's not going to respect them. You have women who are literally married, who have no other source of income, who will disrespect that man every opportunity that they get. Even though he works, he provides for the family, they just don't care. They just don't care. They don't care about his feelings. They don't care about him working hard and having to deal with society, having to deal with his coworkers, you know, having to deal with family members who may want money, you know, who don't get along with him. You have to deal with your family members who may not like him, who may have harsh things to say about him in his face and behind his back. We as men do go through a lot, whether women want to accept that or not. We fight battles outside of the home. We don't want to have to come home and deal with those battles as well. It's really stressful, and I hope women who listen to this video, because there's a few that might, you understand that I don't make YouTube videos because I hate women or I want to disrespect them. No, I want you to understand the plight of the average guy. I'm not speaking for the wealthy elite males. I'm speaking for your average everyday brother. I'm speaking for your average everyday guy, you know, may work a 9-to-5, may be self-employed, doing what he can to make a living for himself, you know, staying out of trouble. I'm speaking for them. And you have these people who get on social media and they will hate the MGTOW movement because they say, well, why would you go your own way? You're destroying the family. No, the family's already been destroyed. What they're doing is separating themselves from what the firestorm that it has created. They're getting out of that burning house. And they're trying to put the flames out and figure out how you're going to rebuild. But you got a lot of these simps and these beta males who's used to being around nothing, dilapidated communities, foreigners controlling the community, controlling the economy in those communities. You know, churches on every corner. They don't address it, but they only want to address men because they themselves are weak and they only live for getting vagina. That's the only thing they live for. They don't work to build anything. A lot of them don't have jobs. They don't have cars. They don't have careers. They're not even in school. They're not trying to build anything. All they want to do is sit on the sidelines and be a moral compass. No, they want to be a moral compass, even though they themselves are immoral. But they want to be a moral compass. I don't understand this. You've done nothing for your community. You've done nothing to build, but you want to be a moral compass. How does that work? How does that work with someone who doesn't take care of their own children, their own responsibilities. But you know who enables those men? Those same educated, successful women. They will continue to date and procreate with men who do nothing, who build nothing. And these women know this, but because they've been conditioned by society and by their mothers that they should be in control, they shouldn't let no man run over them and have control over the household. Even though it has worked, the formula for a great society has always been male leadership. Always. Whether you want to agree with it or not, whether it's the best, but it has worked. It has worked. A society that's led by women has never worked. Look at Germany. I mean, look at the mess that's going on with Merkel. I mean, are you kidding me? You have to understand. Men have to be in control of the family, but you have to choose good men. You have to choose men who have leadership qualities. You can't choose weak males. You can't choose a guy because he's funny and he makes you laugh. You have to choose a guy who can fix a tire, who can also fix things around the house, can be a disciplinarian, and who you can generally get along with. But these women don't look for qualities, man. They look for, can he make me laugh? Does he like to smoke weed? Does he have swag? I mean, does he like buying Air Jordan tennis shoes? I mean, those are the stupid shit that women look for in men, and they wonder why they're perpetually single. So they might as well say goodbye to good men.